Hey everyone, it's Elisa, and I'm back at it again today with another relationship advice request. Now, this one I received a week ago on Instagram. However, I've been really busy. If you keep up with me on the web, I just relocated back from Orlando to South Carolina to finish my last semester of school. So I've been a little busy. I haven't been able to do anything on the tube recently other than putting up some vlogs, so I'm just gonna knock out a couple requests and then yeah, that's what we're gonna do. So this one I got a week ago. Oops, what did I do? I thought I just deleted it. I didn't. I think since I opened it, I accepted it, so it moved from my requests to my inbox. But it's a little long, but I'm a fast reader, so I think it will be good. So sorry about the delay, but better late than never. So it says, "Hey Elisa, I hope to remain anonymous for your viewers as I want to share my story with my ex-boyfriend. So we've been together for 2 years and 10 months and we were on a long distance relationship. But we still see to it that we see each other like twice a year. Because he usually has a vacation to wherever I'm at whenever I get a long holiday from work. The thing is, we were supposed to celebrate Christmas together last month. That was supposed to be the first Christmas that we can celebrate together. Now, I broke up with him a month before Christmas because he's always been possessive. I understand that maybe he's like that because we're not together all the time, and there are certain plans he wants that I don't agree on. Like, he wants to settle down already, and he wants me to move in with him to his place, and I told him I'm not ready for that yet because, hey, the two of us are only 22 years young. And I have always made it clear to him that I'm not yet ready, but it doesn't mean that I love him any less. I mean, he's the person that I really want to be with for the rest of my life, but I'm just not ready for that yet. And he told me that he's fine with it and that he will wait for me to be ready. Now, we had a fight because he's always been jealous about everything, because he wants me to spend almost all of my time just talking to him on the phone. So at that moment, I realized that I need space and time to think about everything, including our plans for our future, so I broke up with him. He tried to fix it. After a week since we've been broken up, sorry, I haven't had my coffee today. He asked my friends here to surprise me with some flowers and chocolate to ask for my forgiveness, but at that moment I knew I still needed more time, so I didn't reach out to him. Now, when I was about to contact him again, because I know that I'm ready and now I'm willing to compromise the plans he made, including me moving in together with him, I found out that he already has a new girlfriend. Wouldn't you know? Okay. And he told me that they just started talking 9 days after our breakup. It pains me to know that he can easily throw away our relationship for some random girl he barely even knew. I begged him to choose me over that girl, but he said he already loves her. I get too emotionally involved in my requests, and I think that's why I don't do them as frequently as I used to. Okay. And that the new girl is doing all the things that I didn't do. So it's like telling me that everything I lack, the new girl provides. And then a month after that, they already went on some trips abroad together, and I also found out that they're already engaged. Oh. Are you actually being serious right now? I hate this man. I've never hated anyone like I hate this man. And my ex used the ring that he bought for me to give it to his new girl. This request isn't good for my health. I just need to, okay, bye. I'm just kidding. I'm not done yet, but I don't smoke cigarettes, but I think I need one right now. I'm just kidding. I will never succumb to that. Because my mom told me that my ex-boyfriend was actually planning on proposing to me last Christmas, but since we broke up, it didn't happen. Now, in 2 or 3 months' time, the girl is gonna go to my ex-boyfriend's place and they're planning on moving in together and soon to be married. I can't. I just want to ask if my ex-boyfriend is somehow in a rebound type of relationship right now. I'll tell you one thing. You came to the right person. However, you also probably came to the most biased person, but we'll talk about that. I mean, is it possible to easily throw away what we had for some random girl he only knew for more than a month? And by the way, the reason they knew each other is because of a mutual friend. They didn't know each other back then when my ex and I were still together. And the girl is also based in another country, so they only used to communicate through video call until they decided to meet and go on trips together. I hope you'll make a video of my story and help me clear the questions I have in mind, and I'm sorry if this is really long. Thank you so much, Elisa. Let me message you back right now and just say your video will be up in just a second. I'll actually send you a voice memo, that way you can watch it. Hey, it's Elisa. So I'm actually recording as you're listening to this, but I just read your request and I recorded it. I kept you anonymous, and it should be uploaded in a couple hours from the time you open this, maybe an hour or two. We'll see, but thank you for sending me the request, and oh my god, I can't wait till you watch the video. Alright, have a great day. Okay, there it is. Okay. Oh, okay, first of all, I need a drink, because I hate this. Where do I start? I used to be so good at doing these, but I don't even know how. Let me start with the boy. It is very clear. Now, I don't know the history of y'all. I don't know if you've ever cheated on him. I hope not. If you have, that's a different thing. But I don't know if he's ever been cheated on by anybody. I don't know if he has a bad relationship with his parents, if he's been screwed over by his friends, if something really bad happened to him, because this boy has a lot of self-esteem issues. I haven't seen, I know some boys who are really, really, like, possessive and controlling over their girlfriends and really, like, high-strung with, like, long distance and stuff like that, but all the boys I know who are like that have had something really bad happen to them. They've all been cheated on. They've all been cheated on. I've never seen a guy who has had a healthy relationship and healthy relationships in his life get a girlfriend and all of a sudden he's just, like, constantly looking over her shoulder. I've never seen that. So something is making this man insecure to the point where he wants to put out this insecurity with commitment. You know, it's not good enough for him to just date. It's not good enough for him to just be in a relationship. He thinks that there needs to be something more. And people like that are never happy, ever. You're constantly looking for things to make you feel more secure. In his case, it was a ring. It was a house. It was living together. It was being engaged. It was that. He thought that having that would put out his insecurities like a wet blanket on a fire. That's what he thought would happen. And when I was younger, I used to be the same way, not in the sense of, like, getting engaged and all that, but I was all about quick fixes. I was all about just doing things to help calm my fears in the moment. And it's a really bad habit. It means that, you know, you're impatient, you're very unease with yourself, you're very upset at something, you have these, like, huge insecurities that you don't know how to battle on your own, or you can't ever just be content with the situation that you're in now. It's not enough for him to just date you. He can't just have that. He needs more and more and more. Excuse me. And that's not something that you can fix. Because guess what? He puts the ring on it. He gets the house. Then what? He needs more. 1 kid. 3 kids. 5 kids. But then that's not enough, so a new job. Putting a kid up for adoption. I'm just kidding. It's always going to be something, because it's a need in himself that he can't fulfill. And like I said, it has nothing to do with you. But I will say the long distance is probably what's feeding his insecurities. He doesn't know what you're doing. He doesn't know what you're up to. He doesn't know your level of commitment. Maybe he feels like he's so done with the commitment or the long distance that he just needs something to just, like, secure his fears, and that's just going to be getting together and getting married, and just, that's it. Commitment. But that's never going to be enough for somebody who has this deep hole in themselves that they don't know how to fill. And only he is the person who can fill that, and the only way to fill that is with discovering content. It's okay that I've been in a relationship with someone for 2 years. We don't have to get married now. We're still young. We're 22 years old. We have time. We can still get jobs. We can work on finding jobs in the same city. We can try to get apartments close to each other. There's ways to work around this, but he just wants to skip from A to Z, and that's very not a healthy sign, is when you're trying to rush huge stuff like this. Even being in a relationship for 2 years, I'm not going to say that's too soon to get married, because if you knew the town that I came from, people get married after a week. Wish I was kidding, but I'm not. I personally wouldn't get married after 2 years of dating, but it always depends on the person. I'm just more old-fashioned when it comes to stuff like that. I would rather wait till I have everything situated, my job, house, a very stable income, a dog. Need a dog. But he's rushing that for whatever reason, and the fact that that was the first thing he jumped to in his new relationship tells me that it had nothing to do with you. It's an insecurity with himself, and it tells me that he has a lot of growing up to do. A lot. And there is nothing that you can do to fix that. And I think in a very strange way, it's a good thing that what happened, because you would have just been tangled up in his own personal internal mess. Because everything that's going on is going on in his head. And if you would have gotten married to him, if you would have moved in with him, if you would have done all this stuff, you would have just been intertwined in that. You would have got pulled into the mess. So in a way, you've been saved from catastrophe. I'm trying to say all this to make you feel better, but it's really true. And don't get me started on the relationship. It is 100% a rebound, without a doubt. There was no way that he was going to propose to you 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago. On Christmas. That was 2 weeks ago. And now he's engaged to someone new. Did that really happen within 2 weeks? Am I understanding this correctly? He was going to propose to you during Christmas. And now he's engaged to someone else? I take that kind of stuff very seriously, so seeing it just flipped around just coins on a sidewalk, just bouncing around, spinning around, just going everywhere, that blows my mind. And it 100% is a rebound relationship, but I'm not saying that to make you feel better. I'm saying that to make you mad. The fact that he has all these insecurities that he was trying to get you involved in, trying to use you to make himself feel better about himself. And he couldn't have you, so he just decided to just take someone in to replace you. He thinks you're not worth moving on from on his own. He needs a girl to help you move on from you, which in a way that's flattering, he needs someone to move on for me. No, it's a little pathetic that he not only starts dating someone immediately after you break up with him, but then uses the same ring. If I was that girl that he's dating now, I would run for the hills and never look back, because I think there is something seriously wrong with this boy. Let me Google a word before I use it, because I want to make sure I'm using it correctly. I was going to say he's a sociopath, but maybe that's pushing it. I don't know if that's what it is, but he's definitely something that I talked about in one of my psychology classes, in my abnormal mental behaviors class, and I can't think about what it was, but there's something seriously wrong with this guy. Let me pull up the request before I... Okay, well, apparently I have a job interview now that I did not agree to do, but alright, that's what it's gonna do. Alright, so he's in a rebound relationship because he's self-conscious and he's not strong enough as a person to deal with the loss of you on his own. Matter of fact, he's not even content enough to have a relationship with a girl that he can't marry at the moment. He's not patient enough to wait for you. He's not patient enough to really wait until you're content with y'all's lives, with y'all's situations. So he's just so angsty and so hyped up that he just leaves and engages to someone else. Engages, proposes, yada yada. that blows my mind. Like, this kid has some serious issues. The fact that he wasn't patient enough to wait for you is what really makes me mad. Because that shows me that he doesn't really love you. I think he did love you, but only for himself. He loved you because he wanted, maybe in the beginning it was genuine, but I think the last couple months or weeks, however long it's been that y'all have been arguing, he's only loved you for himself. He wanted someone to make him feel secure. He wanted someone to spend money on, to put a ring on, to live with. He wanted someone to provide for himself, but he didn't want to do anything for you. He didn't want to provide for you because he loves you. You know how I know? Because he couldn't even wait for you to get to that point. He couldn't. He just wanted to rush it. And the fact that he already has committed to that with a new person shows me that he doesn't love you in the way that you deserve to be loved. He just loves himself so much that he would do anything it takes to reach those unrealistic goals of happiness, that he's just going to put your ring on a random girl's finger. That tells me everything I need to know about this guy, and that is that I do not support you with him. I don't. I know I'm just some random girl on the internet. Yeah, shoot me, but if y'all were to get back together, hypothetically, and like one day you have kids and you're telling your kids about the story about you and their dad, you're really going to say, yeah, I broke up with your dad because we weren't seeing eye to eye, and then he got down on one knee for another girl, but then, we got back together and we had you. No, that's pathetic. This isn't a man. This isn't somebody who can provide for you and your family. This isn't somebody that you want to be with because he's so selfish, and he's not only messing up his own life by doing this, he's messing up some random girl's life. That girl, they weren't a thing a month ago. They weren't a thing. He's only doing this, I don't know if it's to piss you off, to make you mad, to make you realize that, you're missing out on a really good guy. No. If you really want to make me jealous, how about you get a really good job? How about you go to the gym and you get buff? How about you, I don't know, learn a new language, learn a new instrument, volunteer at a homeless shelter. Do something good. Don't get down on one knee and ask some girl to spend the rest of your life with you that you don't even know, when just 1 month ago you were in a relationship with me. That's not how you impress somebody. That's not how you get a girl back. That's not how you get a girl back. I need to just repeat that part. That's not how you get her back. And I swear to God, I do not want you getting back with him. I'm just going to tell you that right now. This kid has some serious issues. And for you, I don't think that you should wait for him, because I think he made up his mind. I would just let him ruin his life. Let him do it. He wanted to run off and just elope with someone else. Just let him do it. Let him suffer the consequences of his own actions. You are not his babysitter. You are not his mentor. You are not his counselor. You're just somebody that had standards. God forbid you had standards. And he couldn't wait for them. So he went ahead and found someone who would share those same stupid, low, crappy, cheap standards. Let him have it. Say, I didn't even want it anyway, not with you. You deserve to find someone who has the same standards, same morals as you do. And I don't care how long it takes for you to get it, because at the end of the day, whoever you find and commit to, it's going to be a much more valuable relationship, because by the time you're with someone and married to someone, he's probably already going to be on girl number 20, girl number 25, because that relationship that he has is not going to last. There's no way it's going to last. There's no way. Rebounds don't last. Every 1% they do, 0.1%, they don't last, because the foundation is wrong. They last for the honeymoon phase. They work for what you need them to, sexual gratification, emotional satisfaction. They work for all that, but they don't work for long-term, true love, commitment. They don't, and they never will. So that won't work. So I think instead of worrying about what he's doing, you focus on yourself. Don't go rebounding, because it's not going to work. Go on some dates, give it some time. Go on some dates. Work on yourself. Make him realize what he's missing. Don't tease him, like, haha, you could have had this. No, that will happen naturally. Yes, it will. But don't let that be your mission or your goal. Because you have so much more important stuff to accomplish for yourself than to entertain someone who clearly isn't right in the head. And I'm sorry if this is, offensive in any way, but he's really not normal at all, and I don't know what's wrong with him, but that's not someone who can never be content with what they have and wait for the person that they love to be ready. That's not someone that you want to pursue anything with. And this new girl will come to see that. She's going to wake up one day and be like, what am I doing? I don't want to have a kid. What? I think my mom is talking. Mom? Okay, no, I'm losing my mind. I'm schizophrenic, honestly. I hear things a lot, but I think it's just my mom like talking to herself. I don't know. She's gonna come to realize that. I feel really bad for her. Matter of fact, I wish I knew who she was so I can be like, are you serious? Are you serious? Like, I want to know what's going through her head if she thinks this is gonna last. She was literally, like, she could, like, her and her girlfriends could be sitting down at Starbucks, like, so tell me about your new boyfriend. Yeah, so, just a month ago, he was with someone new, or with someone else, I'm sorry, for 2 years. They were gonna get married on Christmas, but now it's January 10th, and we're dating. Yeah. Do you hear yourself? Do you hear yourself? I'm blown away by this request, honestly. Move on. Y'all had a time and place in the universe, but it passed. It ended. It's in 2019. Let it be there. Whatever y'all had, it's done. You can no longer satisfy his needs because his needs are way beyond what you can ever give him right now. You're not ready. You're 22. My boyfriend's 23. I'm 22. If he'd sat down and said he wanted to settle down, I'd be like, what? He would never do that. If anyone on here knows my boyfriend, you know. It's going to be at least our mid-30s before we even consider doing anything like that. But it's okay to take your time. So let him play house, let him play fiancé and marriage and Pinterest weddings with this new random girl. You work on yourself, okay? Please, I'm begging. Work on yourself, do your thing, move on. I know it's gonna take a while because y'all were together for such a long amount of time, but he's not who he used to be. He's not, and whatever he's doing now is absolutely ridiculous, and you need to let him just play his game. You're too mature for that. So he's probably gonna, as soon as they crash and burn, I guarantee he's gonna come back. I guarantee it. All I can do is tell you to mentally prep for how you're gonna say no, because you're gonna say no. Just figure out how you want to do it. Do you want to like do the classic door in the face, like no? Do you want to do like a giggle, like no? Like practice how you're gonna say no, because it's gonna happen because you're stronger than that. So be on the lookout. He's gonna come back. I don't know when. It's a ticking time bomb at this point, honestly, but it's gonna happen. So thank you for the request. Sorry it took a week to get back. I've been really busy, but I hope this helped. Let me know if there's anything else I can do to help, and please keep me updated because I'm actually invested, and I don't get invested in a lot of my requests, but I guess it's happening today. So have a great rest of your day, and let me know whenever you watch this, and good luck with everything. Can't wait to see what you do in the future, and 2020 is your year. 2020 vision, baby. I'm so stupid. Alright, bye!